Hello everyone. So in last class we studied that there are two types of movements, visible movements and invisible movements, and visible movements are not the clear cut criteria to say that something is alive or not, but molecular movement which are non visible, which are very tiny, occurring inside a cell, and we cannot see it with naked eyes, so they are non-visible. So we know that molecular movements are clear cut criteria of life, and they are so much essential for life. Now, to these molecular movements needs energy to take place, or to finish the reaction, or to complete the process. There are so many types of molecular processes or molecular process are taking place in our cells, and we don't know that how many processes are taking place in our cell. And we can say that each and every second there are thousands of reaction or thousands of molecular movements are taking place inside our cell. So to accomplish this movement or to complete these processes, we need energy. So we get energy from outside source, and this outside source is food. So by food we get two things. First thing, we get nutrients, and second thing, we get energy. Now how do we get nutrients from food? We will study in digestion. We will study digestion later on. And now today we will study about energy, that how we can get energy from food, or how we get energy from food. So all these things, molecular movements or molecular processes, needs energy. Now each and every process, there are so many processes like secretion of digestive juice, growth of nail, or all the skin is slug off, or heart beating, uh, blood circulation. Each and everything is molecular process or molecular movement, as the molecules are moving inside our cell. So this is molecular movement and the process, because there is something like process or some reactions which will result into life. So many processes or so many movements or so many processes which are helpful for life, or which help us to maintain our life, known as life processes. Okay, so if it is one process, it is known as life process, and if there are so many processes, they are known as life processes. Now let's study about energy. As we know that plants produce food. Plants produce food. Plants produce food by the process known as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. The meaning of photo is light, and synthesis means to create or to generate or to produce something. So plant produce food in the presence of light. Now, uh, try to learn this very carefully, that uh, photosynthesis is done by plants, and plants when produce food by photosynthesis. So generally we think that if plant is synthesizing something or food, it is synthesizing for animals or for any animal or any organism which are other than plants. But this is not correct. Plant make food not only for animals but also for themselves. So plant produces food for animals and for plants both. So from today you will not say, you will never say that plant when plant produces food, so they are producing food only for animals and they are not producing food for themselves. No, this is not correct. Plant is producing food for animals and plants both. Okay, they are producing food for us and for themselves. So I'm writing the equation of photosynthesis. Plants take 6 molecules of carbon dioxide from atmosphere and 6 molecules of, this is a balanced chemical reaction. So generally you have to write this thing. So plant is taking carbon dioxide from atmosphere and taking water from roots, and in the presence of sun energy, you cannot forget this thing, energy. So in the presence of sun energy or sunlight, light is present in the form of energy that gives plant energy, and of course chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is a cell organelle which is present in plant, and due to chlorophyll, plant looks green. So this three components, carbon dioxide, water and sun energy, forms glucose and oxygen and water. This molecule is known as glucose. It is sugar because it is sweet in nature. Everything which is sweet in nature is known as sugar. Either it is glucose or everything, whatever you tasted till today, if it tastes sweet, okay, then it is sugar. So glucose is a kind of sugar. Now glucose is a primary plant product. Primary plant product. Or we can say primary plant food. First thing which is made by plant by photosynthesis is glucose. Now this is the chemical formula of glucose, and oxygen is also formed by plant. So this entire relation, entire equation is known as photosynthesis. Now this relation, this equation is known as photosynthesis. The production of glucose and oxygen is known as photosynthesis. Of course, water. This is known as photosynthesis. Okay. Now, all of us and plants are depend on plants. Animals are depends on plants, and plants are depends on plants. Each of us living organism take glucose as our food source. Now this glucose is made up of carbon and it contain energy. So glucose is made up of carbon. You have to remember that glucose is made up of carbon dioxide and water. So it is made up of carbon dioxide, water and sun energy. So glucose contain carbon molecule and of course energy, because it is not possible to create or to synthesize the molecule of glucose without the help of sun energy. Remember one thing, whenever you eat something, whenever food is cooking and it is hot, so we used to cook gas or induction or something microwave, like microwave or anything which provides heat or energy to food. Okay, and recently cooked food is generally hot in nature. Okay, why so? Because the food is getting energy or food is getting heat, and recently cooked food is hot, so food is containing energy or heat. Okay, same thing occurs during the synthesis or during the production, or you can say that we are plant is cooking glucose. We can say that plant is cooking glucose, okay, in the presence of sun energy. Okay, so glucose contain carbon and glucose contain energy. Now it is very difficult to take glucose each and every time as a food source. Now plant think that animal and human will get bored by eating glucose each and every time, so let's convert glucose in some other forms. So it will plant convert glucose in some other forms like fat, carbohydrates and protein. So by some chemical pathways, some other pathways, some addition of some substances, some elements, glucose is converted to fat, carbohydrates, and protein. Whatever you eat, either you eat normal food, either you eat some fast food, pizza, mayonnaise, bread, etc., etc. Each type of food contain carbon and energy. Why so? Because uh, glucose is made up of carbon, and glucose is made because sun energy is inserted into glucose. Without sun energy, we cannot produce, plant cannot produce glucose, or without sun energy, plant cannot cook glucose. We can say that plant cannot cook glucose. So glucose contain carbon and energy. When glucose is converted to these three edible forms: fat, fat forms, fatty food like oil, sesame oil, and groundnut oil, and coconut oil, almond oil. So we can get food for, fat from plant. Okay, so many type of fat we can get from plant, but it is a converted form of glucose by addition of something, by so many pathway. We can get carbohydrate, we can eat carbohydrates, we eat bananas, mangoes, pineapples, grapes, sugar canes. Uh, uh, we eat potatoes and rice. So they, all of these things contain carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are generally considered as sugar. So glucose is also sugar, carbohydrate is also sugar, but little bit, a bit changed form. Okay, carbohydrate a bit changed form. If you eat potato, you can get carbohydrate from it. If you eat wheat, you can get carbohydrate from it. You can eat, if you eat rice, you can get carbohydrate from it. Okay, and third thing which is produced by plant is protein. All again, glucose goes under some pathway, added something and produce protein, and we can get proteins from plant. We know that cereals contain a huge amount of protein. So all these things are made by plants. Now whatever you eat, whatever you eat, it's contain, first thing, that is carbon, and second thing, that is energy. Why so? Why so? Because as we know that either you eat glucose, fat, carbohydrate, protein, everything is made up of carbon and energy. Glucose is made up of carbon and it contain energy, and when glucose is converted into fat, carbohydrate, protein, these things are also merged into these edible forms. Carbon is merged into these edible forms, and same time, or inserted same time, we can say that energy is also merged into these edible forms, or there are so many edible forms we can get from plant. So each and every food get carbon and energy. Imagine you are starving, you are hungry, you want to eat something, you are feeling so weak, and suddenly, as soon as you eat something, you get energy. Okay, so from where this energy comes? This energy comes from food, because each and every kind of food contain energy, because this is an initial process that a food cannot be prepared by plant. It need energy. As we know that we cannot prepare any kind of food without using gas, or without using microwave, or induction, or anything. So food cannot be prepared by plant. A first form of food cannot be prepared by plant without using this energy. So energy is, we eat food to get energy, and energy is present in every kind of plant. If you are non-vegetarian, okay, so the animal you are eating was dependent on plant. Okay, the animal, if you are non-vegetarian, animal was dependent on plant. It was eating uh, leaves, or bark, or root, or flower, or fruit. So again, directly or indirectly, we are dependent on plant, and directly and indirectly, whatever we eat, either vegetable or non-vegetable food, it could be vegetarian or non-vegetarian food, or anything you eat contain carbohydrate or energy, because the origin is from this thing. Okay, the origin is carbon, water, and sun energy. Now the food is prepared completely, and each and every food contain this. Now there are two types of process. One is known as breathing and one is known as respiration. Okay. Now, generally we say that these two things are same. There is no difference between these two terminologies or processes, but they are quite different. In breathing, you just take oxygen from outside. You just take oxygen from outside. But in this process, in respiration, you break down food. You break down your food. Let us study what is the basic process. In breathing, you just take oxygen inside. Only this process happens. And in respiration, you break down food with the help of this oxygen which you have taken from breathing. Okay, breathing is different. You just take oxygen inside, and respiration is different. It is a process which breaks down food, and to break down food, uh, we need oxygen, and this oxygen we obtain from breathing. So breathing is just this. You inhale oxygen, inside your body, you take oxygen inside your body, you took oxygen inside your body, and this process is finished. Okay, now respiration is start. Now look at this. Plant is producing glucose. Okay, now whatever you eat, either you eat fat, either you eat glucose direct, either you eat mm, carbohydrate, either you eat protein, or whatever you eat. Okay, they are made up of carbon. As we know that they are made up of carbon. Carbon is present, and they are made up of energy, because energy is also present. Okay, now whatever you eat, convert to carbon based source. Okay, whatever you eat is converted to uh, carbon based source in your body. It means that if you are eating fat, or if you are eating glucose, or this, it will change to this inside our body. Our system changes. Whatever we eat, our system changes each and everything into this. Okay, better we say carbon based thing. Okay, we are eating carbon, and our body changes everything to this. Okay, now we have oxygen inside our body. We took oxygen by the process of breathing, and we have oxygen inside our body. So this is oxygen inside our body. Okay, now taking oxygen inside our body is is breathing. Okay, now the real process start. Now this oxygen breaks down this oxygen breaks down this converted food molecule. What is converted food molecule? We either we eat fat, glucose, carbs, protein, or anything you eat, meat, anything you eat. Okay, it will convert to this again by our body, and this oxygen attack on this glucose or carbon based molecule, and it produce this, and again energy. Okay, so this reaction is known as, let's balance it. Okay, so this reaction in which oxygen is breaking down this glucose or carbon based molecule, whatever you eat, converted to this again, and oxygen which is in our body, because we take oxygen in the process of breathing. So this oxygen break down this, and now the breaking is known as respiration. The breaking down of food is known as respiration. Okay, remember this always, that the breaking down of food is known as respiration by the help of oxygen. Oxygen is needed for breakdown, and breathing is another process, just when we take oxygen inside. Okay, now these three products are formed. Okay, so this whole reaction is known as respiration. Now write this. I'm comparing photosynthesis and respiration. Okay, I'm writing photosynthesis. In the presence of sun energy, because without sun energy plant cannot cook glucose, that is C6H12O6 plus oxygen plus water. You need to balance it always. Okay, so this is glucose and this is primary plant product. Okay, and glucose contain carbon and yes, correct, energy. Okay, now it glucose is converted to various food form, and now we eat this various food form, and again these various food forms are converted to this thing again. Okay, carbon based, whatever our body plant made fat, carbohydrate or protein or anything, if it is non if any herbivorous organism is eating plant, then again it is dependent on plant. So if you either meat is all directly or indirectly meat is obtained directly or indirectly from plant, so whatever you eat converted to this carbon based form, or better we say carbon based form. And we have oxygen, the same food we are taking from plant and the same oxygen we are taking from plant. Plant produced glucose and oxygen, so same thing we are eating in the form of fat, carbon, protein, whatever meat, and again our body is changing it to glucose or carbon based source. We are taking we are breathing, so we are taking oxygen inside, and now this oxygen will break this into and energy. This energy is released, this sun energy trapped into glucose, or then it is converted or inserted into fat, carbon and protein. This converted or inserted into fat, carbohydrate or protein, and now it is releasing. So the basic purpose of doing respiration, I'm not talking about breathing. Breathing is just we are taking oxygen inside. So the most important reason, or the basic reason or the purpose of breathing is to utilize this oxygen into breaking of this glucose molecule to obtain these things again. So my basic reason, or our basic reason to do respiration, okay, then respiration is different from breathing. Respiration to obtain energy. Okay, energy, this energy is now released here. This energy is now released here. Okay, so this reaction is known as photosynthesis, and this reaction is known as respiration. Okay, now these all are byproducts. These are not useful to us. They are formed in the process of reaction. So carbon dioxide will get removed when we exhale. So when we inhale, we take oxygen inside, and we exhale when we will remove carbon dioxide outside from our body. So these two processes, we can say they are breathing, taking oxygen inside and releasing carbon dioxide outside. But whenever we say that we are breaking down our food to get energy, okay, this is respiration, and we are doing respiration for the same purpose. So energy is our need. Okay, so right now I'm teaching and I need energy, so my respiration process is running inside my body, and I'm breaking down my food by the help of respiration. And as soon as all of my food material will get converted into this thing, okay, carbon dioxide, water and energy, simultaneously I'm releasing my carbon dioxide by exhalation process, and I'm taking oxygen inside. And after some time I will lose all of my food material, it will get converted into energy, and after that I will feel starving again and weak, because I need food again. I need food either in the form of glucose or fat and carbohydrate, protein, or whatever you eat, meat or anything else. I need it again because I need to run this process of respiration again to get energy. Okay, now what I talked that whenever plant produces its food, okay, not only for animal but for itself also. Okay, so plant is producing glucose. Okay, so if plant produce glucose in huge amount, and it store a appropriate amount or amount according to plant's need, it is store amount of glucose for itself. Plant is store a specific amount of glucose for itself, for its future, in the form of starch. In the form of starch. So starch is also known as reserve food material of plant. Starch is reserve food material of plant. Reserve food material of plant. For plant. Okay. Now this process respiration takes place in all the organism. If we are talking about plant, or if we are talking about animal, photosynthesis takes place only in plants. Okay, we don't have ability to photosynthesis animals. Okay, now when plant glucose was stored in the form of starch by plant, and whenever plant okay, now plant don't use fat or carbohydrate or protein or meat for itself. Plant use starch, and it was stored by plant when the glucose was formed. So when plant need starch or plant need food, plant also need food, so it utilizes its starch and again convert this to this. Okay, let me write here. This is starch, and now plant need starch. Okay, so this is the product of photosynthesis. Now this is glucose and O2 and H2. Okay, now plant stored this starch for future need. Now plant need this starch again, so plant will convert this starch in this carbon based form or in glucose. Plant will again convert this starch. Okay, plant stored this starch when it was producing glucose. It produced so much glucose, and it stored it in starch. So it store starch after the process of photosynthesis. Okay, now when it need this starch, it will again convert this into glucose, as we convert our food, okay, whatever we eat, into this again this carbon based form. Whatever we eat convert into carbon based form, that is glucose. We can say it is glucose. And whatever plant is stored convert into carbon based form of glucose again. Now plant also use oxygen which was produced during the process of photosynthesis, and same process will take place. CO2 plus H2O plus energy, and this energy is utilized by plant. Okay, and plant release CO2. Okay, so it is good to say that plant also use the process of respiration. The process of respiration occurs both in animal and plants. The process of respiration occurs both in animal and plant, and same thing, the any kind of food material or any converted form, either starch for plant or a plant. Sometimes we also take starch. We take starch by eating potatoes and rice. Okay, so whatever plant produce, either plant is forming this or plant is forming this, and plant never don't use fat, carbohydrate or protein. Plant use starch as its reserve food material, and whatever we eat, both things, starch or whatever we eat, converted into this carbon based form, and oxygen, of course oxygen is made by plant during the process of photosynthesis. And now this oxygen is utilized, it will break down this converted form of food, either it was starch before or it was fat, carbohydrate or protein. And Plant never use fat, carbohydrate, protein. It convert fat, carbohydrate, protein for us. Okay, it never use it fat, carbohydrate, protein as its food material. The converted form of glucose, fat, carbohydrate, protein is for animal, and the converted form of glucose in starch is for plant. We can take starch from plant, but plant definitely use only this. So this oxygen, plant also take oxygen, and it will undergo the process of respiration, and it will form carbon dioxide, water, and energy. And energy is also utilized by plant. Whenever plant need energy, it will go under the process of respiration. So these two relations, two equations are related to each other very well. Okay, now I'm writing the process of respiration again. Respiration, it is breaking down and forming. Please try to learn balance equation and energy is forming. Okay, now one thing is that everything is recycled. Okay, everything is recycled. In this reaction, carbon dioxide is utilized again and water is utilized again, but energy which is utilized by any organism, either by plant or by animal, energy will never return to sun. Okay, this was sun energy. This was sun energy by which glucose was cooked or synthesized. So energy will never return to anyone or any source. Okay, everything will return. Everything will return. Here we are using this for making food, and again we are using carbohydrate and H2O for photosynthesis again, but energy is not utilized. If you are working, energy will be consumed, and again you need energy, so energy is not going anywhere. It is non-recyclable. Okay, it is not recycled. You cannot recycle energy. Okay, now this is process of respiration. Now look carefully. Now this glucose molecule is converting into carbon dioxide, and same time it lost hydrogen. So generally we say that when any reaction lost hydrogen, it is known as oxidation oxidation. So this is oxidation reaction, and this lost hydrogen is attached with this oxygen. So oxygen is getting hydrogen here, and that's why if any reaction get hydrogen, it is known as reduction. Okay, so you can say that respiration is oxidation and reduction reaction. Oxidation and reduction reaction. And this oxidation reduction reactions are used to break down food molecule, and by which we will get our energy. Okay, this line is present in our NCERT, so let's see this. Series of chemical reactions in body are necessary, oxidizing and reducing reactions. So respiration is a kind of oxidation and reduction reaction, and most common chemical means to break down molecules. So as respiration is taking place, it is breaking down. We know that it is breaking down this glucose molecule are broken down in carbohydrate, water, and energy. So the basic purpose of doing respiration to get energy. Okay, otherwise we don't need carbon dioxide, we don't need water by this method. Okay, we don't need anything by this method. And if and inside our body respiration is running and molecular movements are taking place, so we are respiring, or our cells are doing respiration. All organisms do respiration by using oxygen and by using this food material. So each of us are doing this because we need energy. Okay, the basic purpose of doing respiration is energy. Now in breathing, we just intake this and we just allow carbon dioxide to go out, because this is not of our use. Carbon dioxide, just it is a just byproduct. Okay, the basic purpose of doing respiration. Okay, this is breathing. taking oxygen inside and let CO2 go outside. Okay, so this is breathing. But when we break down this food, glucose or carbon based molecule, whatever we eat, we have to go from this pathway, this reaction. Whatever we eat, whatever plant use as their energy source, the reaction is same. And to produce energy, each and every organism have to use this process which is known as respiration, that is the breakdown of food glucose, or better if you say carbon based molecule, with the help of oxygen. So basic need is oxygen, basic need is energy. Okay, whenever energy will goes out, we need again food to continue this process. So store food material, plant store its glucose in the form of starch. So these are oxidation and reduction reactions, and reaction, that is respiration is oxidation reduction reaction, and we need oxygen for this. And there is a relationship between photosynthesis and respiration. The product of one is utilized by another for to start its main reaction. Okay, so plant take carbon dioxide and water for as its raw material, and all food materials are carbon based. Okay, so today's class is over, and we can meet tomorrow on same time and at same address. So bye till tomorrow.